Good evening. Despite the recent dry weather, parts of the Lake Ontario shoreline are still feeling the effects of flooding, which actually started back in May. While the water has slowly been receding, it's still higher than normal, and that ultimately contributed to a retaining wall failure in Olcott in Niagara County. Channel 2's Erica Brecker explaining that this problem, the flooding up there, is still a problem. Right, Erica?
Yeah, that's exactly what this is evidence of, Ron. All it took was a few gusts from last night's storm to produce waves that almost immediately started causing damage. The land, the retaining wall around the Olcott Yacht Club, was likely already compromised from flooding this spring, and last night's storm was all it took to finish it off.
Steel and cement are now underwater. The failed retaining wall is pulling land with it, too.
They have the potential to lose another 150 feet of the wall they have in place here.
Niagara County Emergency Management believes Friday night's storm was likely the last straw on an area that's taken a serious beating over the past several months.
This will be a major expense now.
Club members and officials estimate this will be at least a six-figure fix, and it'll likely take engineers a while to stabilize the area. Mark Cassidy first saw the wall collapse this morning.
Since then, the steel has pulled further away and we've lost more bank. Right now, we're about 3 feet from our relatively new pavilion here. And if we don't shore that up, we may start to lose some of that.
You can see that the twisted steel, the concrete, and it's just the power of this lake level. This is what we've been speaking to, that unfortunately continues to unfold before us. And it's extremely frustrating.
Officials say the water is still 8 inches above its normal level, and now they're nervous about the winter months because they usually produce a lot of northeast storms.
The unfortunate thing is with the prolonged high water levels we've been facing with here, a lot of the actual wall and the walkways are actually walked away and undermined that now we're seeing now that the wall broke out what's happening.
Now, while the yacht club is, yes, a yacht club, it's also home to members of the local junior sailing. Members of the yacht club say it employs a lot of people and that it's a large taxpayer in Olcott and that it would probably be bad for the local economy if continuing erosion ever forced it to close. Erica Brecker, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Erica.